Hey guys, what's up? It's Cam. I'm back again with another Fan of the People podcast. I don't really have a script for this video. I don't have a script for this podcast. This is my second week on campus being at Temple. I just wanted to say Temple is back. If you're a Temple student, if you're watching this video, you can agree with me. Temple is feeling like it's fully back. A lot of people walking around, masks, yeah, but whatever. Masks don't matter to me as long as I can get in the classroom and do what I want to do. And that's happening this semester. So I just want to say before I start this podcast, thank you Temple, because a lot of other universities have not gone to the levels that Temple has gone to. They've made it possible for students, even though there are some still online classes, for kids in my major, for example, a lot of the classes are hands-on, are in person, and I just want to say thanks Temple for that. It's not an ad, by the way, not a sponsored ad. I'm not a Temple bot. I'm just saying that it definitely feels a lot better, a lot more like a real college experience. Now, with that being said, let's get right into this podcast. Before we do though, hold on, I gotta change my outfit real quick. Give me just 1 second. Yes, much better. And welcome back, guys, to the Fan of the People podcast. I'm your host, Cam Murray. And today, like I said in the intro, there's no scripts, no specific topics I want to cover. No, that's a lie. There are a few topics I do want to cover. First of all, as you guys notice, I'm in a different location. I'm not in my mom's basement anymore. I could be returning back there in a few years if this podcast and this other shit doesn't work out. But for the time being, I'm in my apartment in North Philadelphia, right near Temple's campus. And yeah, new apartment, new roommates, roommate Mark, Andrew, Sam. You guys will get to meet him. Without further ado, let's get right into the first topic. Now, being in Philadelphia right now, I'm surrounded by a good amount of delusional Philly sports fans. And that's just the facts, all right? You walk around Temple campus, you see people wearing the Embiid shirts, Simmons shirts, jerseys, Sixers Nation, all of that. I know I'm in enemy territory pretty much, right? So by making this podcast, I am a little nervous for myself. Not really for myself, because obviously my wide frame, I can take anyone in a fight. But the only thing I would say is about this whole Ben Simmons situation in Philly is, I told you so. I told you so, Philly. I told you so. And everyone in America told you so too. But what'd you do? You continue to be like, oh my God, we'll give him a chance. We'll coddle him. Guess what? You basically wasted is it 5 or 6 years you wasted on him? 5 years you wasted on Ben Simmons? Just for him to be the one that turns his back on you. You guys got punked. Admit it. You got punked. Had him for 5 years, coddled him. Oh, well, he's going to get better. Once he gets the shot, it's over. 5 years went by. What happened? He turned his back on you. Unbelievable. I mean, this just proves time and time again how not only delusional some Philly sports fans can be, just how flat out, what's the word I'm looking for? Discombobulated, dysfunctional Sixers sports media and Sixers sports in general are, because the media in Philadelphia does not shed enough light onto the real situation of what's going on here. What I said 2 years ago about the Eagles were brainwashing their fans with the media. The Eagles still are absolutely fucking garbage. I swore by accident, but I'll bleep that out. The Eagles are garbage. And 2 years ago, when they had, I believe, they still had Carson Wentz, obviously, Doug Peterson, the coach. I mean, they were a horrible team, a horrible franchise. I mean, it was so obvious that the Eagles were a dysfunctional team, and Philadelphia sports media still pumped out the newspaper articles, still pumped out on Twitter, oh, the Eagles look strong and ready to compete next week against the Washington football team. Oh, all this fucking bullshit, right? And the same thing they were doing with Ben Simmons and the Sixers. They knew this whole time, and everyone in the media, Joel Embiid, you see on Twitter, he's talking about the things between Joel and Ben Simmons, which I'm not into Sixers reality TV, so I don't exactly know if they had problems on the court, off the court. I can't really tell. I don't watch a lot of Sixers games. What I can say is, it's very obvious to me that the Philadelphia sports media has had a lot to do with these Philadelphia fans being so delusional, right? It's not like Boston, where in Boston, the media is actually hyper negative against the franchise, which is kind of interesting if you think about it, because if you're not from Boston, if you're not from Rhode Island, if you're not from Connecticut or anywhere in the New England region, you probably won't understand this. But when you listen to radio in Boston, usually Felger and Mazz, WDI, other radio stations, they don't exactly, they don't like suck off the players. Like, all right, there's certain players where they used to, like Tom Brady, they would give him his medals, but they also would condemn him. They would also condemn Tom Brady. Yes, the greatest quarterback of all time. The Boston sports media would condemn him sometimes, saying he didn't have a good game. They would be reality checking players on the daily, which is what a healthy sports city should do. It shouldn't be too negative, where the players feel like they have no confidence, but it shouldn't be too positive, where the players have all this confidence and all this, oh yeah, I'm the best, and they go on the court and they can't do shit. And that's what's happening in Philadelphia. Too many Philly fans are just too enamored and too, I've used the word delusional many times, but too enamored and just too stuck in their ways to realize that you have to actually be able to look at a player you like from the good angle and the bad angle. And unfortunately, 76ers fans, Eagles fans, Phillies, well, we won't even talk about them. I don't know about Flyers either, but you know what I'm talking about. Philly sports fans, when they're talking about their own players, they are saying how good they are. They are never discrediting them, which is something that is dangerous. You can't always be positive with players you like or even the team you like, right? I like watching the Red Sox, but I'm an honest sports fan. There's some games where the Red Sox look like the fucking bad news Bears, and it's sad. It's absolutely fucking sad, and I can watch the game, and I can see that. I say, oh, wow, Bobby Dahlbeck, he's a fucking shitty first baseman. My dad was right. Or watch Eduardo Rodriguez fucking spike curveballs in the dirt, or, whoever, right? It's just being a sports fan, part of it, you have to be honest with yourself. Be honest with your team. Be honest with the results that happen, whether good or bad. You have to take them like on the chin. You can't do this stuff. Oh, well, Ben Simmons, he had an off game, so we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he can get better, and over time he'll... Like, bro, this should be the last time. This should be the last time that Philly fans become so enamored and so involved with one player. It happened with Carson Wentz. Guess what? He's out of here now. Now it happened with Ben Simmons. Guess what? He's gone. His bags have probably been packed since June 25th. Okay? Golly. The only player in Philadelphia that I would allow, I'm saying I allow, I'm the king. The only player that I would say, you can be hyper positive for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's a stud. Top 2, maybe not even 2, center in the league. A lot of Philly fans were upset that he didn't win MVP. I understand that because he had a great season. Joel Embiid is a player that you can be hyper positive on. Make sure the games he doesn't do well, you say he didn't have a good game in that game. Be honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. I'm looking right at the camera right now, and I'm looking at every Philly sports fan watching this video. There's probably 5 of you, okay? I know my numbers, I know my demographic. Look me in the eye, and I want to tell you something. Be honest with yourself, and be honest about your team. Don't let this happen again. Don't let it become another Carson Wentz, another Ben Simmons. If they suck, and move on. If they suck, just move on. Okay, just move on. Don't, oh, well, he made a shot in practice. He shot a 3 in practice. Buddy, fucking God, bro. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of this, bro. My entire podcast from birth to now has been every single one a reminder to Philly fans to check themselves, look at yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself, is my team actually good? Do we really have a chance of winning the finals? Do we really have a chance of winning the Super Bowl? Most of the time the answer is no, and it's okay. I look in the mirror and I say, do the Patriots really have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year? I say, no, they don't. They really don't. I'd be a crazy fucking psycho. I needed to get my brain checked if I thought the Patriots were making the Super Bowl this year. It's nice to hope for them. It's nice to hope. But if I'm being honest, I do not think the Patriots will be in the Super Bowl. And that's not sacrilegious to say. Right? Now, I have to make a confession though, because I look myself in the mirror about the Red Sox, and I still believe they can win the World Series. I made a bet with a few people. I made a bet on this podcast actually that they will win the World Series, and I will be making a podcast at the Duck Boat Parade. Well, we shall wait and see on that, because I mean, the fucking Tampa Bay Rays. Bro, honestly, I want to also mention this. Tampa is becoming an underrated sports city. Tampa Bay Lightning, Buccaneers, now the Rays. I don't know. I think Tom Brady is just luck. When he comes to a city, they just win. They just do. It just happens, all right? Next thing I want to cover, obviously, you guys heard the news. Cam Newton has been released by the New England Patriots. Now, give me a second, because let me just take a little sip of my cranberry juice here, because I'm about to get into this. Nice. So, Cam Newton, a player that shares my name. I mean, very close to my heart, Cam Newton is. One thing I will say about him is good luck, have a great life. You are all right as a Patriot. You are all right as a Patriot. As a real player, football player, you're a pretty good player. But this is what I'm gonna say, right? Being a Boston sports fan and being under the control of Bill Belichick, not the control, but being a part of the Bill Belichick dynasty for the past 20 years, basically my entire life, right? There's a saying in New England, it's "in Bill we trust." And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If Bill Belichick thinks that we have a better shot of winning with Mac Jones and Cam Newton, who am I, a random person who has never talked to Bill Belichick before, has never even played a single snap, high school football, college football, NFL, none of that, all right? Like barely playing, like recess football is probably the height of what I've done. Didn't even play Pee Wee. Height of my career was playing recess football pretty much. I have nothing but trust in Bill Belichick, because I would not know what to do in the situation. I would not know, is Cam actually better in practice? Is he actually better in... Bro, I just watch the games I like to. I'm not a coach, right? So I trust Bill Belichick on this, and I know a lot of my friends and family and fans in New England have the same thought process. I think from the jump, too, people wanted to see Mac Jones start this year, so it kind of worked itself out. If I'm going to be honest with myself, though, although Cam does share my name, he wasn't... All right, like it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, Cam Newton, he wasn't good for the Patriots. He wasn't good. Well, let me stop that, because Cam Newton, first of all, out of his prime, first of all, coming off, I believe it was the ankle injury, quite severe, I guess, quite severe. There seemed like there were no problems. It seemed like him and Bill Belichick were a seamless fit. Not seamless, but they fit well together. Not arguments. Now, you don't know, because Patriots keep that locked down like Fort Knox. So we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. What I can say is, watching games last year, there were some times where I would rather have taken my eyeballs out and put them in a blender, because there were some plays in some games where it was just madness. Cam Newton could not throw over 25 yards. He couldn't throw to the right side. He was struggling finding receivers. He was struggling getting out of pressure. I don't know. I just think that Cam leaving New England is a good decision, because who am I to judge Bill Belichick, the ruler, the emperor himself, on the decisions he makes football-wise, okay? So, Cam, I wish you the best of luck. Now, let's talk about Mac Jones. Now, interestingly enough, Mac Jones, his name backwards is my name. So, Mac Jones is my guy at this point. He's basically my guy. I have seen some preseason. Mac Jones looks... it's hard to tell. I'm not looking at him under a microscope, really. I'm watching him throw balls to, fourth-string players. But if Bill Belichick believes in Mac Jones, I will believe in Mac Jones. That's just how it goes. If Bill Belichick is hard set on starting Mac Jones week 1, which he is, and trust him throughout the year, we'll see what happens. Because guess what? We've never seen him before in a real game, so might as well just try him out, right? I will never distrust Bill Belichick in my life. All right, well, the last thing I want to do on this podcast is I'm going to cut to a previously recorded segment that me, Mark, and Andrew have. I had Mark on talking about Messi, Ronaldo, soccer, things like that, because Mark is a soccer expert, and he's pretty much the only person I know down here who likes to talk soccer and likes to talk sports like that. So hope you guys enjoy that. And yeah, Mark, obviously the reason why I got this man on the podcast, because Mark is, it's been speculation whether or not he's a bandwagoner.
I'm not. What do you mean?
All right, so
Nets fan.
Nets fan
Yes,
and Manchester United fan.
Bro, oh my, this has been the best fucking week ever, bro. Literally, the GOAT has come back GOAT number 2, has come back home to the motherland, to Old Trafford, the Theater of Dreams. We're coming for the chip. City, watch your back. We're coming for you, bro. Manchester's red. No cap.
Mark, how are you feeling? How are you feeling when Ronaldo was talking with Man City? Well, did that scare you?
I think it scared me a little bit, but a little
You were
bit.
saying if he went to Man City,
If he went to Man City, all Man U fans would have literally been like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Literally like, "Fuck you." That's like literally going from LA to Boston, or like
Yeah.
Sox to Yankees, or fucking what's another good one? What's the best one? Like Barca to Real. All the soccer fans out there.
Yeah.
Like it's like that. It's like that. The enemy. They're the ops. They're the ops.
Yeah.
They're the ops.
Well,
Fuck City.
Speaking about Barca, as you mentioned, they had a recent, transfer situation
Yeah.
with them.
Crazy. The two goals have moved
Yeah,
close.
some guy named Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Now PSG.
Yeah.
But I heard
PSG.
that Mbappe is trying to leave.
Yeah.
He
All
wants to
right.
leave. He wants to go to Real. Is that where he
Yeah.
wants to go?
For some reason. So PSG has the best big three in soccer.
Yeah.
Right now.
Literally.
They're literally like UCL is raps. Like I'm literally calling it like PSG. Like if you have Messi on your team, you're oh my god. It's gonna be Neymar and Messi are back together, and then you have Mbappe, the next uprising star besides Haaland. But now he says that he wants to go to Real.
Okay.
But Real is just fucking booty cheeks, bro. Like they're literally like Ronaldo left, they went to
Whoa.
shit, bro.
And that's the podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a great start to your school year, start to your work year. Whoever is watching this video, start to your work year, start to your school year, or even just a good start to your September and a good start to your fall, fall season. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like, subscribe, you already know the deal. Trying to get this to the moon. I'll be posting on TikTok, so go ahead and follow Cam Murray 0 on TikTok to see those clips. If not, it's cool. But yeah, that's the podcast, guys. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.